If you are watching this after New Year's and between Christmas and New Year's, we're a bit off track. Here are 5 steps to getting back on track after getting off track. If you're new here, I'm Lauren. I share personal growth tips and smart steps, and today is smart steps to your personal development. First one is a physical space reset. You don't have to do a huge deep cleaning. It's just really as simple as just making things neater. For example, making your desk neat. Your room is more tidy. Your car is clean. If you want to go further than that, like, that's amazing. But yeah, this is important because when things are messy and a little bit cluttered, you are gonna feel off track. But when things are tidied up, when things are neater, it's easier just to feel like you're on track. So it's not about like being on track for this one. It's about feeling like you are on track, and you will feel off track if things are messy. Next one is starting with your morning and your night routine. So this is great because you have a little bit of control over how you start your day and how you end your day. Everything in between, like, you don't really have 100% control over it, but you do have a control on how you start your day and how you end your day. So that's why you can start with your morning and night routine. It doesn't have to be a full-blown 10-step routine or whatever. It can just be like 1 or 2 habits that you do in the morning and 1 or 2 habits that you do at night. But yeah, if you are going to start with something, if you want to start getting on track with something, start off with your morning and your night routine. Because the way that we can feel that we're on track again is just having some sort of control. And by having a little bit of control over how you start your day and you end your day, you feel a little bit better. The next one is starting with 3 to 5 non-negotiable habits to track. So if you can get back into your habits and routines like nothing happened, then that's great. But if you find that it's a little bit more challenging, then that's okay. You can just start off with 3 to 5 or even less if you really want to, if you really need to. And it can be like a really easy habit if you want to. But the purpose of tracking these habits is that every time you tick off that you did a habit, you get a bit of a dopamine hit, and then you feel good about yourself because you tick off the habit. And the more you do that, the more motivated you feel to keep on going. So that's why you can start off small. Do whatever you need to do. Next one is planning your next day. Look, I totally agree that planning isn't necessarily taking action. But the reason why we like to plan a lot is because it feels like taking action. So for this instance, planning your day is taking action. So if today you're just not feeling it, the least you can do is just plan your next day. That's all okay. And you can do that repeatedly. Just so you can, the reason why you just want to plan the next day ahead of time instead of on the day is just so you can just wake up and you already know what you're going to do. You don't need to think about what you need to do next, because you already have the plan from the day before. And then number 5 is taking it 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 10 minutes at a time. I absolutely love this. So if it does feel like you're so off track, you can just take it 1 day at a time. If it's too much, then you can take it 1 hour at a time. And if that's still too much, you can